India is an important market for Uber. With a population of 1.3 billion, a growing economy and a fast rate of urbanization, the potential is enormous for the San Francisco-based taxi app. But it isn't an easy ride. Uber's CEO Dara Khosrowshahi, who took over in August, is on his first visit to India to meet government officials, employees and regulators, and try to clean up the mess left behind by his predecessor.
So I can see the general, so to speak, come to speak to his troops over here and try and get some alignment to the entire battles that he's fighting. I mean, but it's not going to be so easy just because the change is there.
Under former boss and co-founder Travis Kalanick, there was a scandal linked to India, where the medical records of a woman who had accused an Uber driver of rape were reportedly obtained by the company. And Uber's global losses rose more than 60% last year to $4.5 billion US. There's some discontent among some Uber drivers in India, which has led to protests. Raja Naidu started driving for Uber a couple of years ago, taking a loan of about $10,000 US to buy a car. But he says steep commissions and increased competition mean he's struggling to pay off his debt.
Like how we drive the cows in the villages, run, run, run. Similarly for us, we keep on working and working like we have become the cows.
And one of Uber's biggest threats in India is Ola. Its homegrown rival, backed by SoftBank, dominates the Indian market with more than 1 million drivers, double the number Uber has in India. But price wars between the firms due to competition mean that customers are reaping the rewards. And they're largely positive about the Uber experience.
Yeah, it's absolutely safe because the number of the cab driver, the mobile number, the car number, everything is on the phone. So I can forward it to my family and they can be safe that I'm coming home.
So it will be on time, so that's about the convenient part is. And the journey, it's a compatible journey.
Uber's journey in India so far may not have been comfortable, but if it can ride out the challenges, it could become a lucrative market for the company. Rebecca Bundhun, TRT World, Mumbai.
Let's go to New York now, and joining me from there is Santosh Rao. He's the head of research at Manhattan Venture Partners. Santosh, welcome back to Money Talk. Great to have you as always. Now look, Uber has found it really difficult to expand across Southeast Asia. Can it do in India what it has so far failed to do in other parts of Asia?
It absolutely can. Uber is... See, India, they need India and they need Southeast Asia. Those are the growth markets. They're very densely populated. They are designed for companies like Uber. I mean, all these countries have some structural issues. They're very congested. Parking is heavy, is very difficult. The middle class is growing. The disposable income is growing. So people are moving up the value chain. So it lends itself to ride-sharing companies. That said, there are some issues, like your commentator just, your lead-in just mentioned. They need to work that out. But in the end, India cannot be ignored, just like China cannot, but they got into an arrangement with Didi. These are consumer markets, very lucrative once they get it all together. And I think the new CEO is working on that. It'll get there.
It is losing money, though, in India, as it is in many other parts of the world. But how long can it keep this up for the sake of market share?
Well, they have to. It's a land grab situation, as it is here in the rest of the world as well. Right now, there are 2 or 3 companies really out there outpacing and outspending the other. It's the last man standing logic there. So I think they're going to outspend the others. In the end, there has to be some sanity in the market. But right now, they will do anything to get the market share. I mean, U.S. also is kind of improving. It's going in the right direction, but it still has ways to go. And Uber has some self-inflicted wounds. They have to fight the regulatory battles. They have to fight the internal battles, the PR battles. So I think there was some delay in terms of self-inflicted wounds, like I said. So they're working that through. But in the end, I believe that maybe in a couple of years, just before their IPO, they will have a clear path to profitability, if not profitable by then, which is 2019. So I think they will definitely get there. Right. It's a huge market, and they have the product.
You talked about those self-inflicted wounds. What is Dara Khosrowshahi doing in emerging markets that's different from what Travis Kalanick was up to?
Well, I think what Travis was, he was very aggressive. He was first out there and he needed to establish a market. So he was kind of very. I would say he wasn't very cognizant of all the optics out there. I think Dara needs to straighten that out, needs to show that they're a caring company and they will get it done. So I think what he's doing is smoothing out the edges, talking to regulators that they need, kind of just softening the image, so to speak. I mean, the Travis set the pace, set the market, and he needs to just roll.
We're going to have to leave it there. Santosh Rao, Manhattan Venture Partners in New York, thank you very much indeed.